about them Cowboys?
Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Angry Cowboys fan, are you down to ride? Drop a like on the video, go ahead and subscribe.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And here we are at the tail end of another situation where Cowboys Nation sees another piece of the Dallas Cowboys team walk right out the front door without a legitimate plan in sight. As Cowboys Nation is well aware, according to Tom Pelissero, a source close to the Dallas Cowboys said Mike McCarthy will be out as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. Apparently, the sides couldn't agree on the length of the contract, and Mike McCarthy will be pursuing other opportunities elsewhere. He leaves the Dallas Cowboys with a winning record of 3 playoff appearances. Honestly, I had some clips from First Take that I was going to show you guys. I was going to, do my typical thing, 3 clips and a raw and uncut. But I think I need to go ahead and get to this raw and uncut right now. Get ready for the Angry Cowboys fans, raw and uncut.
I'm being keeping it real. They keep it real. That's real.
Here we are again. Cowboys Nation. Here we go with wanting somebody out of Dallas without having a backup plan in sight. Why do we continue to wait until the last minute in order to make moves? Whether it's free agency, the trade deadline, players, or coaching staff. The Dallas Cowboys continue to wait till all great prospects are off the board and the Dallas Cowboys have slim pickings in any other spots. We did that with all the free agents of last year. We did the same thing with our defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn, and now we're doing it with the most important spot on the damn team. I understand some people want Mike McCarthy gone out of Dallas. Honestly, I'm fine either way, but to sit here and allow the shit to play out the way it's played out, Cowboys Nation, and the front office is just showing their dereliction of duty right now. But it also shows that the front office is perfectly fine with the way that they produce a mediocre product every single damn year. Why should they change? They're still going to rack in ungodly amounts of money next year. Why should they change their level of urgency, Cowboys Nation? But I hate to burst everybody's bubble, but this organization is not going to hire a high-profile, young, or innovative coach like Ben Johnson. That's not in Jerry and Stephen Jones' DNA. They'll be hiring some desperate schmuck that the league has just moved on from, another person who got fired from their previous position. That's how we got Big Mike McCarthy in 2022. He was sitting on his couch eating Cheetos with Cheeto dust on his fingers and getting it on the remote when Jerry called him for an interview. So now the Dallas Cowboys are going to have to look for another head coach. Here we are once again at the beginning of another season looking for a head coach. But the potential candidates for the Dallas Cowboys' upcoming vacancy spot, Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Like I said earlier in this video, I don't foresee Ben Johnson leaving a position where he is currently in the playoffs looking at going to another NFC championship game for an organization that hasn't made it to an NFC championship game in 30 years. According to reports last offseason, Ben Johnson was looking to want $15 million a year, Cowboys Nation. Does Cowboys Nation really think that Jerry Jones is going to fork over all that money for a head coach? Yes, I know. Jerry Jones once said that you don't know what type of check he would write for another Super Bowl, but everybody in Cowboys Nation knows Jerry Jones is full of shit. This money wouldn't be coming from the salary cap, Cowboys Nation. It would be coming directly out of his pockets, and if he's cheap with the salary cap, what makes anybody think that he's not going to be cheap with the money that's coming out of his bank account? Real talk, Cowboys Nation. We can mark Ben Johnson right off this list. All right, let's go to the next coach. Next coach, Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Like Ben Johnson, what makes us think that he will want to leave a successful organization to come and try and pick the Dallas Cowboys up out of the mud? To try and come to Dallas and change the philosophy and culture when the owner doesn't want the philosophy and culture changed. When the owner thinks that there's nothing wrong with the philosophy and culture because it's his philosophy and culture. It's not just Cowboys Nation who knows how Jerry operates. It's widely known around the league, Cowboys Nation, and I feel that will scare a lot of the top prospects from any type of position here in Dallas. Let's talk about Cliff Kingsbury, offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. I honestly don't think Cliff Kingsbury would come to Dallas with Dan Quinn in Washington, letting Cliff Kingsbury know how life in Dallas really is. At the same point, take a look at the Arizona Cardinals when he was the head coach there. During his tenure there, their record was 29, 37, and 1. Do we really want that in Dallas, Cowboys Nation? All right, let's go to the next candidate, Joe Brady, offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. Just like Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, why would Joe Brady want to leave a successful team, a Super Bowl chasing organization, for one that has to fight in order to get true pieces that it really needs on the offensive side of the ball? Defense, too. I don't foresee Joe Brady wanting to leave the Buffalo Bills to come down and pick up a problem, which is the Dallas Cowboys. Mike McCarthy right now is leaving a problem going into greener pastures. Even if you were to go to Chicago, it would be greener pastures because there's a quarterback that's just in his going on second year. He can mold and develop into his own quarterback. Why would he hate that position? And at the same time, Joe Brady would be leaving an elite quarterback in Josh Allen. Why would he want to come to Dallas and have to deal with these problems? He's not coming. Next coach on the list, Brian Flores, defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Let's keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation. Jerry Jones is not going to hire a black head coach. If it wasn't for the Rooney Rule, he wouldn't even be interviewing one. Honestly, to satisfy the Rooney Rule, Jerry Jones is going to interview Al Harris, but not promote Al Harris to head coach position. Also, Brian Flores, wasn't he actually involved in the lawsuit against the NFL? The lawsuit for discrimination? Do you really think that Jerry Jones wants someone who sued the NFL in this organization? No, they're just going to do it to satisfy the Rooney Rule. But to keep it a buck, Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys are going to end up with a coach like Pete Carroll or Ron Rivera because they're so damn cheap. Those two guys are at the house and they would probably take any job to be in the NFL. The move that would make the most sense is for the Dallas Cowboys to hire a coach that the team has a rapport with and has an offensive scheme that is close to the one Mike McCarthy had. And y'all know who that is. I hate to say it, but it's Kellen Moore. I understand that the majority of Cowboys Nation doesn't want to see Kellen Moore back with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't want to see Kellen Moore back with the Dallas Cowboys, but I can see Jerry Jones doing it. And if Mike McCarthy leaves, Jerry Jones is going to be in a reactionary mode, and he's going to be reactionary trying to replace Mike McCarthy. If they promote Mike Zimmer, then there's another offense that the offense has to get used to. There's another scheme and philosophy that they have to get used to. There may be another learning curve, and that may have us in the same place next year as we are this year. All right, Cowboys Nation, let me make myself perfectly clear. I'm not connected to Mike McCarthy so much that I would be pissed if he left. I'm not pissed off at the fact that he left. I am pissed off at the fact that, once again, Jerry and Stephen Jones are caught with their hands in their pants when they should have been searching for a head coach before we got to this point. They should know that no coach is going to want to coach this team for peanuts. The Dallas Cowboys? Why should they want to coach that for peanuts? A high-profile coach is not going to accept the bare minimum to have to put up with the antics of Jerry Jones. The Dallas Cowboys are going to end up with a coach that will have us in a worse situation than Big Mike had us, all because they want to be the smartest asshats in the room. But, man, damn. Hey, why can't the Dallas Cowboys front office be proactive instead of reactive, Cowboys Nation? Why can't they see that having a plan B and a plan C and a plan D works better for the organization than allowing things to play out only to have Jerry Jones and this organization look stupid? They got me looking up if an owner can be a head coach of an NFL team, Cowboys Nation. This shit is crazy, for real. Damn. I don't get it. Last year, we had to start with a new defensive coordinator in Mike Zimmer. It was a learning curve involved in that, and they didn't get past that learning curve until the end of the season. Now we're going to have another head coach come in here. If another head coach comes in and doesn't want to call his plays, we're going to have an offensive coordinator. Don't know what they're doing with Brian Schottenheimer if they decide to keep him. But you know how Jerry Jones operates. Keep my guy. I like my guy, and they'll be forced to keep Brian Schottenheimer. But if we bring in a new play caller, then we're going to have to get used to a new scheme. And it's just all types of stuff that you just don't want to go through whenever you're trying to make a playoff run. don't understand why the Dallas Cowboys seem to be wanting to make a playoff run when they want to rebuild at the same time. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. It is a soft reboot, Cowboys Nation, and Mike Fisher said it at the beginning. There was people saying don't listen to it, but damn, what's going on right now? But to keep it a buck, this is a super dereliction of duty. I mean, we know that it's the length of the contract that is the issue. Give this man some security if he wants to continue to be the coach here. He's the only one that could really put up with your shenanigans, Jerry. To tell you the God's honest truth, he should be getting paid the most in the league because he has to put up with Jerry and Stephen Jones. But Cowboys Nation, this is the start of a new era. This is the start of a new era under a new administration, which is the next head coach coming in here. So even though I'm mad, I'm just frustrated at the fact of the Jones family. I'm just frustrated at the fact that they act like they don't know how to run a football team, and they've been running it since 1989. It gets me frustrated as a fan, but it doesn't make me any less DC for life. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, what do you feel about Mike McCarthy going out and talking to these other teams? Do you feel comfortable in the fact that we need to go find another head coach? Who is the head coach that you want to see the Dallas Cowboys get? And be realistic, because there's some people that are gone, like Vrabel, he's gone. Belichick, he's gone. Who do you want to see? I know how we do it. We always talk about it in the comment section. But if you're digging the content and want to help get it out to even more Dallas Cowboys fans, drop a like on this video and share it with whomever you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan. If you are DC for life and just ready to get this head coaching shenanigans out of the way so we can get to business for the 2025 season, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, or Madden 25 or College Football 25 gameplay. Cowboys Nation, my apologies on the rant. I am just sick and tired of As the World Turns in Arlington. I know you guys are sick about it too, but hopefully these moves that we make for the 2025 season will be for the betterment of the Dallas Cowboys and not set us back. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys fan podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.